Welcome to the voice of the blood. The voice of the blood is talking about the call of Moses. And the call of Moses is the call of the voice of the blood and the wisdom of the blood. It is the call of the I am that I am. And it is the call to supernatural greatness from nothing. In the last episode, we talked about the voice of the blood speaking right from the time of Adam. Today we are going to look at the wisdom of the blood in the real call of Moses. In Exodus chapter number 3, the Bible says, as Moses was at the backside of the desert, leading the flock of his father-in-law at the backside, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire in the midst of the bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I. Moses had been at the backside, but on this particular day he had a divine visitation. I want to announce to every one of you, there is always a day of a turning point in your life. That day of a turning point is what you decide to do with what you have seen or heard, or what you have done with the divine visitation of God upon your life. Moses said, let me now turn aside to see. That was when God called his name. His name had never been called, and for the first time he heard his name called twice so that he would not miss it. I want to let you understand that the call of Moses is the call of supernatural greatness. Your name is well documented in heaven. Your files all have all the records of since before you were conceived in your mother's womb until the day you were born and anointed. You may have missed it, but I want to let you understand we have come to this season where you are going to experience a turning point in your life. That turning point is when you have decided to answer the call. The call is always available every day in your life, but you need to turn around from what you have been doing. Whatever that has been engaging you, distracting you from answering the call of God, I want to let you understand to take a cue from the call of Moses. Turn aside from what has been occupying you. Have you been looking for how to survive? Turn aside. Have you been distracted by domestic work? Turn aside. Is it your official work that has been distracting you? Turn aside. Is it on how to earn your daily meal that is making you not to turn aside? This is the time for you to turn aside. This is the time for you to meditate. This is the time for you to know that God has a supernatural plan for you, and your name is well documented in heaven as one of the leaders of the nations, as one of the fathers of the nation. In Matthew chapter number 5 and verse 14, it says, you are the light of the earth, a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. That means that by divine appointment, you are already a public figure, not only on planet earth, but in heaven. A city set aside. That means that you are a public figure for the nations. I want to urge you to understand that this is the season of your turning point, and you must listen to what God has been speaking to you in your dreams, in your vision, in the prophecy that have been coming to you. You must turn aside and say, Lord, here am I. And God will take you to the front line of supernatural leadership and supernatural greatness. And then you begin to experience the wisdom of God. God bless you. Real good. That is my prayer.